An occasional chance brought Hana Ninomina into Mahjong. It didn't take long for her to notice that people would take her seriously once she showed her capabilities on the Mahjong table. However, Hana probably hasn't realized it by herself yet, that she shines while playing Mahjong. With her confidence blossoms, she would become so different from the regular her, a shy and insignificant girl who only knows gardening.
Hello and welcome to Soulmates, where we talk about all our favorite little guys in all our favorite little games.
Oh boy.
I didn't finish swallowing my tea. I'm Ivy Fox. You can find me at Ivy Fox Art on co-host. You can find the horror fiction podcast I'm making, The Mad Bird, on the podcast app of your choice. Joining me as always is Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash, and I think this is probably the most fucked up intro we've ever done, continuing the bit that we did last time. Also, I need everyone to know that we're recording this a week early, because exactly 1 week from the recording of this podcast, and once it's released, it'll have released before. Once this episode releases, it'll have released before this. Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass Wave 2 DLC Side Order is releasing, and I can't record a podcast on the day that releases. Also, you can find me on Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/asherlark, and I run the co-host for this show at co-host. It's soul-mates-podcast.
You got it. And also, we have a guest. It's our first guest episode. Please
Yay!
Welcome to the stage, Pax.
Hi, everybody. I'm Pax.
Do you have anything you'd like to
plug?
Got?
Do I have anything to plug? No, I don't have any online presence whatsoever.
I'm so proud of you. You don't want to plug just like a movie
That's
you watched
not
recently
true,
you
but
enjoyed?
Any online presence I would tell you about would dox me immediately, and I know that's what this podcast is all about. But
yeah,
keep listening, folks. By the end of the podcast, you'll know Pax's full address.
Keep listening.
Keep listening. Our theme.
You could plug like the concept of Steely Dan.
Oh sure.
Do you want to plug your favorite Steely Dan album?
Well, my favorite Steely Dan album is Asia, but it's a very unhip choice. But I'm a very basic person.
You can find Pax listening to Asia by Steely Dan.
Yeah.
Our theme is by Sueños Electrónicos. You can find a Bandcamp. Cover art is by Rygarden, who you can find on Instagram. This season, we're talking about the characters from Mahjong Soul by Yostar and Cat Food Studio. A blend of cute, appealing anime girls with classical Japanese mahjong. In their words, not mine.
Struggling with plurals today.
Just one mahjong, one word. That's all we need.
Yeah, one mahjong. God.
Wait, that's
I'm starting
not
the
even
podcast
the
off on the wrong foot by copying your accent.
By copying my accent?
I said mahjong.
Wow.
I think we can get all possible pronunciations of mahjong into this episode. I'll say mahjong. Pax will occasionally say mahjong. And Ivy will say mahjong. And then we'll be good. Yeah. Anybody who has additional pronunciations of mahjong, you can find me on co-host. Let me know.
You can also support the show at Ivy Fox Art on co-host. Give me money so I can
Ko-Fi.
On Ko-Fi, Ivy Fox Art on Ko-Fi. Give me money so that I can save up to buy Ash a new microphone that cuts out more background noise, so I rip out less hair while editing.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's not a you
could
problem.
Also just get me into an apartment with better soundproofing.
Listen, if you support us on Ko-Fi like a lot, then we'll pay for Ash's rent. Yeah, Ash will move. Oh, baby. All right. What are we up to today?
There we go. Let's go.
We're talking about Hana and Ninomiya. Oh, by the way, you can follow along. I didn't say this last time at mahjongsoul.club/Hana Ninomiya. HANANINOMIYA. That was almost perfect.
You did that so clean.
Thank you. I'm so talented. We're talking about Hana and Ninomiya. Why is Pax here?
I'm here because this is my girl. This is the girl I play.
Mm-hmm.
My character.
For the longest time, I met Pax online. I still know Pax through online, and I had no idea what she looked like, but I had played a lot of Mahjong Soul with her, as this character, and so this is just kind of her face to me. It was very strange when Axe kind of like irresponsibly doxed her to me.
You've called me Axe.
Yeah, that's your new name.
If I interrupt your story about me accidentally doxing my mother, then you don't have to tell it.
Anyway, your face was not this face, and it freaked me out.
Yeah.
I know Pax because she's my mom.
That's right. This is a bit.
Yeah, they're actually unrelated.
If you can figure out, one of us only tells the truth and one of us only tells lies.
We all know that Ash only ever tells lies, so this is an easy
No!
one.
They call me the truth statue.
It sounds like you call you the truth statue.
I am constantly saying this to people. Literally the other day, I'm going on a tangent. We have not even started doing the podcast yet. Literally the other day, I was talking to a very cute boy, and I said to him, they call me the truth statue, and he went, uh-huh.
Damn!
He went like, yeah, okay. And I was like, have I just ruined my chances? Because I told you the truth, which is that they called me the truth statue?
Yeah. Well, I guess I can guess who's not going to be your boy toy. This is a thing that we were talking about before the show. We should do the show, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, let's do. Because this is me. I'm unrelated to this podcast, except that this is my character. That's all. My only relationship.
Your only relation to the podcast is that this is your character.
Oh, I'm an avid listener. An avid
listener. Which I
long-time listener, first-time caller.
That's right.
Man, it's the the me and Ash dynamic is so ingrained in the thing that all right, it's okay. I'm pulling it together. We're figuring it out. General impressions of Hana Ninomiya.
I didn't know that she did gardening until 15 minutes before we started the podcast. It's not especially
clear. I always thought
nor did
artist.
Nor did I.
Nor did you.
I played this character for, I don't know, year and a half or something, and obviously I have not achieved a bond up with Hana Ninomiya.
You haven't made a bonding promise.
I haven't made a bonding promise. So I was not aware of her love of gardening. She does have the thing where she tells you about seeds.
Yes.
I have experienced that voice line, so. Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, none of her emotes and none of her skins, like in the Bond Up, she has some flowers. But you can have flowers and not be into gardening. You're allowed.
The word for flower in Japanese is Hanatokoba, I think, if I'm remembering it correctly.
I've heard it shortened to just Hana in certain situations.
So her name is also a reference to this. So the things that reference gardening are her voice lines, like 4 words at the end of her bio and her name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like Lily isn't all about gardening. There's a certain perspective.
Well, yeah, she's about Yuri.
She's about Yuri. Yeah, that's fair. There are other characters named after flowers who are not, like, flower names are very
Yeah, but her name is Flower.
You got me there.
And I'm all about Ash.
Makes sense.
And you're all about Ivy.
This is true.
And my mom is all about the book The Deed of Paxenarian.
That's right.
You can find Pax
your mom,
in
that would be true.
The Deed of Paxenarian.
You literally can.
By Elizabeth Moon.
By Elizabeth Moon. Thank you. That's your plug, I've decided.
That's my plug. Everyone should read this book. Everyone.
Should we get into it?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm opening up the first image. Here she is.
I also am opening up the first image.
That's her. That's just her.
Here she is. There she is.
I feel like
really
at the
looks
bottom
like
of every...
she's an artist. She has a beret.
She does look like she's an artist. At the bottom of every page, they don't
she's
have
sort of
this.
Vaguely
I feel
French.
Like. I'm sorry.
I think she's vaguely French.
Vaguely French. Also true. She has a beret. At the bottom of this webpage, or like below the image, it says Hana Ninomiya's default look. Has that ever been there before?
Yes, that's there every single time, Ash.
Okay, well, I'm hallucinating.
That's okay. You're allowed.
Thanks.
Well, I say she's vaguely French because she's a schoolgirl.
A classically French thing.
Well, but she's not wearing a Japanese schoolgirl outfit.
True.
She's wearing a pleated skirt. She's wearing kind of a blousey top with a little bow tie and a Peter Pan collar. She's got a plaid wrap or poncho. Wrap, I guess.
Yeah. It looks like a big
and a beret.
Scarf.
See,
and very high stockings and clunky shoes.
Yeah. The thing which makes me think that you are a perfect fit for this character is the big wrap. The big, like, flannel patterned, like, so comfortable, and also a wonderful little cabled knit sweater.
That's right, and she's pulling it around herself. She's got her hands tucked into her sleeves as she pulls it around herself. She's carrying a little a school bag with a cat food studio logo.
My God, is that what it is?
Pocket.
It is.
Yeah. And 2 Mahjong tiles as a zipper pull. She's got looks like a red dragon and a west wind.
Yeah, right. I would say west wind.
Yeah.
She's also got a little green dragon.
It's a west wind because it looks like a W.
Yeah, she's got a green dragon on her collar. Yeah.
I will say, thank you for this very thorough aesthetic or visual summary. We sometimes forget to do this because we get excited about dumb shit. So I appreciate your grounding presence.
I've listened to the podcast. I know we're supposed to do this.
And we don't always do it.
I will say that, like, I have seen Japanese school outfits that look like this. They don't always, like, they're not always like the sort of classic sailor outfit. You are correct that it is, like, more classically European. There isn't really anything. It's interesting though, because there isn't really anything in any of her lines or the writing about her or anything. I wouldn't be able to tell if the voice acting has an accent. But I
Didn't
assume
sound
that
like it, but we
doesn't.
wouldn't know.
Yeah. That indicates that she's French. She's just got this kind of like European vibe.
Yeah, it's the beret.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you guys just 2 weeks ago did a character that had that schoolgirl outfit, you know, very classic one. And this is really different from that.
Yeah, I'd say, like, the pleated skirt is pretty classic, and then the shoes and the stockings are both, like, very normal. But the collar is where I agree with you. That little Peter Pan collar and little string tie are really throwing me for a loop. But then also she's covered the rest of the uniform with her very cozy items, so...
She's just cold, unfortunately.
She's cold! If you're cold, she's cold. Give her a warm sweater.
I am cold. It's a fucking blizzard out there today.
Today it was a high of 60 degrees Fahrenheit in Oklahoma.
That means nothing
So,
to me. Wait, that's
it was
reasonably
warmish.
warm. Yeah.
And that's wrong, and so just thought I'd mention it.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about her default skin. I think she's very appealing. It's also, like, just a little bit boring. She just doesn't have a lot going on, and that's okay.
No,
This is
she's
a picture
just
of
kind
a girl.
standing and looking at you. She's got glasses. We should have mentioned that because glasses are a big thing.
Glasses are
with
important.
Hana. They're kind of pushed down her nose, so she's kind of looking a little bit above them. But she's just staring at you. Her pose is very, very normal.
Yeah, I like the posing. Like, it's, you know, it communicates character. She's kind of like twisting. The fuck is going on outside? She's kind of like twisting one of her feet, in a sort of like slightly nervous gesture. She's pulling her picnic blanket across herself in a sort of like, you know, oh, I'm like a little bit nervous and defensive kind of way. But like she doesn't look scared. She's just a little bit nervous, and like it's, you know, it's a decent job.
The whole vibe is shy.
Yeah.
Pre bond up Hana is the whole vibe is shy.
I'll riddle you this, which is that if you can solve my riddles 3, I'm staring at Hana, and I'm staring at her face, and what I'm realizing is her entire identity to me is contained in her beret and her glasses and her wrap. Like, it's all outfit. I have never attempted to look at and imagine what her face is like without those things on. So I need you to stare at her and imagine glassesless, beretless girl.
Sure.
Well, we don't have to imagine, Ash, because
is there an outfit?
We will be seeing that in another outfit.
Oh dear.
My God. She will be unrecognizable to me.
Therein lies the problem with Hana Ninomiya, is that is her whole thing, and when they get rid of it, she is unrecognizable. Yeah.
It's just
Great.
so...
I love it when they just delete character features.
I like her very bold, like, orange eyes. And, like, I don't think I dislike the character that this is if you take off her beret and her glasses. It's, like, it doesn't have as much of an identifying feature, but I can still recognize that this is a character. It's just that they put those on her, and so now that's all I can see.
Yeah,
and then, like, she has such good emotes that make them little images, and it's really... Like, we'll get to it. It's really good.
Yeah. She's a very emotes-forward character.
She doesn't have a face.
Yeah, this is the trade-off, right? Is that she translates into emotes so well because she has big identifying characteristics. Glasses and beret. And the rap. The rap is also very much in the emotes. Some of the other characters you've talked about, right? Their identifying characteristics are a lot more subtle.
Yeah. Or like further down in the outfits, they don't get shown off, or if they do, it gets crowded.
Mm-hmm.
So like the fact that she's really just got... I'd like to point this out. This outfit has, what, like 4 elements max?
Sure.
Like, this
Bag
is...
wrap,
She's so
sweater
much
hat.
a normal school girl.
Fan.
Yeah, she isn't about to kill you.
She doesn't have an incomprehensible outfit, because one, her outfit is modest covering, and 2, her outfit is a uniform with props.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, this is the thing that we were talking about a little while ago, where I was like, isn't it weird that, like, we've just had, like, straight freaks? And you were kind of like, maybe everyone is freaks. But that just isn't
there's
true.
Hananomia.
So many people in this game are just normal.
I was reading her voice lines earlier, and I was like, wow, this isn't freaks.
The whole shy thing means she just says stuff about, like, her normal intro line is, "Hello, you have come again today."
Uh-huh.
That's the intro when I turn on the game.
As bland as possible.
She accuses you of being a freak, but one could never accuse her.
But, okay, no, we went over this before the show. So we were looking at her voice lines, and she has a voice line where she's like, the only thing that's important to you, as long as a girl has glasses, you don't care about anything else, huh? How filthy. That's the English translation of it. But I listened to the voice line, and I was like, I don't hear her say that. And then Ivy looked at the Japanese page and Google translated it, and it was like, that line isn't in there, or it doesn't seem like it. So, did they just editorialize?
The translation that, like, Google spat out that I thought seemed reasonably accurate was like, oh, you're like basically like you're a decent person who, like, appreciates girls. Hang on, I can go quickly. I can go quickly find it again. And I think we might have discovered, like, a new conspiracy.
Is that they're changing the lines in English?
Is that they might be kind of sexing up the characters in the English translation?
Maybe.
Oh, it's, the translation, again, I do not speak Japanese, but the translation it's giving me is, you're not the kind of unprincipled person who would just go with any girl, right? That is kind of like that is what it is telling me the Japanese line says, via translation.
Mm-hmm.
And then what the actual game is translated that into is, as long as the girl has glasses, you don't care about anything else, do you? How filthy. I forgot Ash already said this.
How filthy.
How filthy. And it's just like, it's really weird.
We don't speak Japanese, but just like listening to the voice line, there's none of an accusatory or uncomfortable tone in it. It's just very strange.
Yeah, that translation is so out of character for the way she talks. In the voice, even in the voicing, it's all very shy and reserved. Yeah, I agree with this criticism.
Anyway, she's not a freak, is the point. She's more just like, I'm so normal and I don't understand why you're paying attention to me. And then occasionally she's like, I'm really good at Mahjong also.
Now, did you guys look to see how old she is?
She is 17.
Okay.
We were speaking about this.
Yes.
Me and my mother.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Would you kind of let me in?
Well, I don't remember when we talked about this. I think it was after, Little Squid League. We were talking about doing the podcast, and, you asked me, the age of the gamer girl that you just got as a character.
Oh, yeah.
And I was I'm not sure. And I checked and it was 16. And I was like, I'm excited to do Hana with you because she's like an adult, right? And then I checked and she was 17, and I was
thought
like,
she was
oh,
an adult. She's like the most.
I don't know.
I know. She is definitively a girl. You can't call her a woman.
You can't call her a woman, and I'm
Wait,
sorry.
Pax, did
She
you
is a
gotcha?
girl.
Did you gotcha pull Hibiki?
Yeah, I played.
What?
I played with you with
Oh,
that.
right.
One time,
Yeah, I remember
right?
this.
Yeah.
That was just like
I don't know.
a little bit
because I associate her with my mom, I was like,
yeah,
she's an adult, right?
The thing is that like she's a 17-year-old girl and she's portrayed like that, but she also like looks exactly like your mom.
Yeah, it's weird.
Really weird.
Weird how that works.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was just thinking about Fuji's face of a 16-year-old girl, and I had a joke I was going to make, but it's not fully formed.
I knew you would.
I'm trying not to say it every time we look at any piece of art ever now. Like, in my real life, too. Like, I can't go to the fucking, like, the oh my god, what's the big museum in Toronto called? It's really nice. It's a nice museum. If you're ever in town, we should go. I love the museum. Anyway,
Okay,
but I can't just go and be like, how old is this face? Excuse me, tour guide.
How old would you say this face is? No, don't think about the whole woman.
Just
the face, please.
The face. Just the just the face, please.
Just the face, please.
Hold the woman.
Should we talk about our emotes?
Sure.
Yes, please.
These are good.
I love these emotes. They're good.
They're very good. Oh wait, I wanted to make one. Last episode made me want to talk about when I see like a really good art thing that is good art and nice. I will say, I feel kind of meh about how a lot of this is drawn. It's fine, but her picnic blanket shawl looks really nice, actually.
The drapery.
Like, the drapery is really nice. The plaid, the lines of the plaid are drawn really nice as they, curve and fold, which is not how plaid is usually drawn.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
It has a little fringe that gives it a little bit
it's not just the plaid, it's almost like lit differently from the rest of her outfit. It has this really nice kind of like
sheen.
Yeah, like chunky lighting that makes it feel really nice. It's like the lighting's a lot less soft on it than the rest of her, and it makes
it a little more cell shaded.
Yeah, and it makes it just look really nice and pop really well. And I really
want
like
to wear it.
And I want to put it on my face.
Yeah.
Anyway, emotes.
Yeah, emotes.
They're located differently on the page now.
Okay, I'm looking at the zero emote.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the first one listed on the page.
Yes. So
the one where she's writing.
Hana has a little notebook. She is scribbling away in the notebook. In all of the default emotes, she has no eyes, right? She has glasses that are blank, and so she reads very Little Orphan Annie, right?
She has one. She has one emote where you can see her eyes,
and she has one emote where she has no glasses.
Oh, huh. Anyway, we'll get there.
Yes, that's true.
But yeah, she has this sort of blank stare from the white glasses.
And I don't think you can see it in the transparent one, but when you're using it in the game, she's got little action marks around the pencil.
If you open image in new tab or whatever the equivalent.
Oh, I just grab it and drag it over Discord, and then I can see it contrasted against the dark gray background.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's got some movement lines implying that she's taking notes. Mm-hmm. Great start. Love a prop.
I use this one for, someone else is in Ricci, or if someone calls something of mine, I take their name down. I'm making a record of what you just did.
That's really good. I love an emote that just conveys, like, that was interesting.
I've
Yeah.
noted that.
I kind of honestly, I really like this as a to borrow a term from Fortnite. I love this as a third party emote, in which like two other people are having some kind of like
I see.
messy little interaction, whether like
Mhm,
that's
mhm.
in terms of like game action or just like they're emoting at each other, and then you
Mhm.
just like start writing it down like you're some sort of like
Mhm.
fucked up little anthropologist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
This, I am just sort of deeply in love with this emote. She has no expression on her face.
No,
and
she's
normally
just got a dot for a mouth
like,
and the slightest eyebrow.
that's true for several of her emotes. She just has no expression at all. And
Yeah.
is only, like, conveyed by body position and, like, other markers. But I'm like we said, she's glasses and a beret. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she's a cartoon character to me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
As though she isn't literally a cartoon
Yeah,
character.
nobody tell Ash what the podcast is about.
What are we talking about? She's like a cartoon character to me. And it, like, I don't know, it's so charming.
Agreed.
This is a strong neutral option.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's one of the more active neutral emotes you'll find out there. Like she's
Mhm.
doing something.
If I have nothing else to do in this match, I can always take notes.
I'll do the next one. We'll go right to left in the Discord call
Let's
order.
go.
In this one, she's holding her hands up. She's got her hands in front of her face. She's like turned slightly away. She still has the blank glasses eyes and a blank expression, and it says "No" in big bold yellow letters with like a deep blue, almost black outline.
Mm-hmm. I want y'all to note some things about this one. I love
Okay,
this
I'm
emote.
taking notes.
She actually she has a nose suggestion, like the suggestion of
Yes.
the nose.
She has a
Sure.
little red bit to be
Triangle.
like, I'm a little bit angry.
Yeah, and so she has, and there's more of an eyebrow, and so she's got an expression of defiance.
Mm-hmm.
Her little cartoon hands are held up, and you can see, like, look at the sheen on her wrap. It's there.
It's true. You're right.
at
They
the
got the
little
edges of
highlights
the
on
little
it.
wrap.
Uh-huh.
You
Oh,
can
that's
see her green
fun.
dragon. You can see her string bow. You can see her cabled sleeves. And there's, I don't know, I really like the just the posing on this and the action of it. It's great. You would use this when someone takes a long time to decide whether to call something and then they don't.
No! I don't want
No.
it.
I really like this one as a like I'm upset about a thing that has happened emote that also doesn't show any weakness.
Mm-hmm. We're always talking about weakness.
Yeah. We're just talking about never showing any weakness.
Yeah. We're a bunch of really secure
I assume
people.
that you get this from your mother.
Okay.
This need to never show weakness. And it's just like such a pure statement of like intent and defiance. But there's no like I'm freaking out about this. There's
Mhm.
no
Not at
like
all.
this makes me very upset. There isn't even like a like I'm going to do anything about this. It's just a hard no.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Right.
I don't think you will.
No.
I really I love the little mitten hands.
The hands are very funny.
They're so
it's
cute.
really funny. As Pax was describing all the detail that they put into the outfit, I was just looking at the hands and being like, so much detail.
Just got a little
mitten
line
hands
in there. That's it.
No, they're perfect. If they were any more detailed, I'd be upset. Because she's a little chibi. Like, even more so than any other emote set. Because she has no face.
Yeah, that's right.
So she's got little mitten hands. In all of her emotes, I will add. They're very undetailed. But no, I almost wouldn't use this emote to be like, you've just done something that upsets me, because it just feels wrong for the situation.
I don't use it that way. I use it as, you will not do that.
You will not!
I reject it.
Yeah, that's good. But like, if someone got a hand off of me, like if someone just wronged me, I would not follow... I don't know if I would follow it up with a no! Because it's like, well, you did, though. I'm ineffectual. Help. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the way that they're depicting her little rap in all these emotes, because they have her in just a bunch of different poses. Like, that's one thing that's really strong about this set, is she's always doing something with her hands, or like, in one she's leaning forward, like, she's got something going on. And they move this, like, you've always got something to say. That one is not a reference that I made on this podcast before. That's fine. The rap in the default art is, like, doesn't show any of this, like, underside that is visible in this emote.
I thought you were going to say weakness.
Oh, you're right. Like the inside of it, yeah.
The inside of it is like a flat object which just only conforms to her body, and that's fine.
But here it's like fine. A sleeve. You can see into the sleeve.
Yeah. A famous Mahjong Soul detached sleeve.
We found it.
Except she only wears it off the shoulders in the emotes. It's on her shoulders in the image.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Oh, it's like off her shoulders and... Huh.
It reads better than
everyone.
Way. Sure. I'm not going to dispute that. Alright, Ash, your turn.
Right. This is an emote in which Hana Ninomiya transforms into Sherlock Holmes. And instead of having a little beret, she's got a little deerstalker cap. And instead of having her little wrap, she has a little capelet that's brown and has, again, a little string tie, and she's holding a little pipe, and her glasses are still there. She's got a little smug mouth and a little bit of a blush that's like, heh heh heh. And then she's got a dark green semicircle background behind her. And this emote is awesome. She puts on a little costume.
I can't believe
this emote is
Mahjong...
the best. I use it all the time. It is my favorite.
I know this.
I can't believe that Mahjong Soul is promoting teenagers smoking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bubble pipe. I can only imagine it being... I mean, I guess it does have little smoke puffs coming off of it in the transparent version of this emote. That's fine. She's having a good time in her cosplay, and, like, who could begrudge her for that?
Uh-huh. This emote is really, really funny to me, considering the angle that her thing is supposed to be that she's into gardening.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing that she can do. The only thing that she can do is garden.
Mm.
Sorry, I had to move my microphone. This is in none of her emotes.
Mm-hmm.
And all of her emotes are about this kind of, like, studious, inquisitive schoolgirl thing.
That's right.
Including this one.
She is a schoolgirl, yes.
And... it's very funny. One thing I really like the way that it's cute that she is in a little Sherlock Holmes costume, but it is even better that the Sherlock Holmes costume maintains all of the basic shape language of her default outfit. Like, she's wearing a different kind of hat, but that hat still has the little thing on the top, like the beret.
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing a different kind of shawl, but the shawl still has sort of like the basic plaid pattern and still has the little tie. I think that is great and very cute.
It's so clever. This is why I always call her the detective girl.
Yeah.
And
this
I
is
never...
the strong emote.
She doesn't have anything to do with gardening.
No, she doesn't. But this emote is for, obviously, when you are doing a good job not dealing in.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've sussed it out.
Yes.
You've figured it all out, and you're waiting for people to come around.
Yes. This is also a good one.
Smart.
If you've taken notes for a while, this is a good one to mix in to your I'm watching two people do something rotation. I understand you.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, honestly, I like it even, like, detached from the detective perspective. I like this as a just, like, I'm just kind of watching you fuck around and smoking my pipe emote.
Can we please stop fucking around?
No, she's like, keep fucking around. It amuses
Yeah.
Bubble,
It's...
bubble, bubble.
Bubble, bubble, bubble. Bubble. Great. We've all done it. Yeah. I thought I had more to say about this one, I just don't.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with that we come to I'm raising my hand.
Mm-hmm.
This one I have a lot of trouble with, I gotta admit.
Okay.
I'll describe it. Yeah. So, she's at a desk. Again, she's got her wrap. It's off the shoulder. She's got the beautiful sheen on it. It's amazing how this translates. She has an angry mouth, like a little upside, a little triangle mouth. It's angry. And she's raising her left hand. Her right hand is on the desk, and she has motion lines showing she is raising her hand.
Pax, what do you mean by... First of all, love this emote because it has a really big prop. I just love props.
Yeah,
you love props.
Pax, what do you mean by you have trouble with this one?
There's no good time to use it.
See, that's really weird to me because I have a really strong association with this emote. And that association is that this is what I see before I die. This is the emote I see before Pax murders me in Mahjong. I discard a tile, and then 2 seconds go by, and then Pax raises her hand, and then I die.
See, I think that the emote you're thinking of is later in the set.
You mean they... No, I'm not. I'm talking about this one. I feel like I'm being psyoped, or maybe I'm psyoping you. You use this one when you call a tile.
No, I
like
really
you
don't.
Personally. Yes, you what?
I really don't. I rarely use this emote.
I've been playing Mahjong for years. That's not true. I've been playing Mahjong for like a year and a half.
That's also not true. As
you all know.
Wait, that's true.
You have talked about emotes where people are calling tiles or slamming tiles down on the desk of the table. There are many emotes like that. This is not like that. This is, I am waiting to be called upon. I am raising my hand in a school setting. And I don't know when I would use that in a Mahjong game to say, please recognize me angrily. Also, I gotta admit, it's a bit of a Nazi salute.
Oh my god.
Well, I was gonna go on about how much I liked this emote, but now
I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with it.
I feel like I'm being gaslit. I'm seeing you use
Am I wrong? Emote. She is lifting that left hand straight up and straight out.
This is not... That's not what a... No. You're... I think that we cannot... Oh, now we're getting political. That's fine. I think that we cannot let Nazis so co-opt the concept of lifting one's hand at various angles.
I understand that.
First of all, she's not at the Nazi angle. That's the name. That's the title of the podcast.
Now, can you
episode,
give me
the
a
Nazi
numerical?
angle.
What's the Nazi angle?
What is what's the number of the angle yet?
The Nazi angle is like a 45 degrees, right? It's not this straight
it's kind
up.
of straight out. It's sort of straight out. But it's the motion lines. If there weren't the motion lines, I wouldn't have that association.
But the motion lines make it less of a Nazi salute. Because a Nazi salute, you push your hand forward into the salute. This emote, she's lifting her hand up to a vertical position. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, I associate lifting the arm, lifting a straight arm that way through an angle. I think I have that association.
So
if it ever passes the 45-degree angle, it's a Nazi salute because it was there for a moment.
This is troubling because you are a teacher.
Yeah. But this
how do
is
you
not how
deal with
people
this on a
raise
day-to-day basis?
This is not how people raise their hands.
What do you mean this isn't how people raise?
No. Let her cook.
Okay,
It's you wind. I'm doing it in real life. You wind your arm back and you
extend it.
You go straight up
You extend it from an elbow bent perspective.
Yeah,
right?
you fold it and then you raise it. You don't just with a straight arm go like
here. It's the straight arm is going up, and that's what bothers me.
I'm okay. I'm raising my hand, and it's like a mix of both. It's like your arm is moving up as your front arm is extending, and it's a mix of both. You don't you just shove it straight up in the you just shove it straight up. There's no middle ground in which you're both moving up and rotating and extending.
Well, yeah, but then your arm isn't straight out while you're at a 45-degree angle.
But she's not at a 45-degree angle here.
Well, that's true. I don't believe this. I'm just on the side of my mother.
Thank you. I mean, I can't help it. When I look at it in game and I think about using it, I feel weird about it.
I've never thought about this in my life before.
Me neither. I feel like I'm being incredibly gaslit. First of all, I've seen you use this emote many times. I swear to God. Second of all, I don't think this is a Nazi salute.
I want to talk about it. I haven't gotten a chance to say anything about this emote, and I like it, and I want to talk about it.
Okay,
you should talk about it.
Please go, Ash.
This is a Columbo one more thing.
It's too aggressive for that.
No, it's a Columbo one more thing, though.
I would love it if it were that.
Improv is a no and.
Tile. This is just calling a tile. Someone's like, the teacher's like, does anyone want to answer this tile? And you're like, me! And then you kill them.
I think that you need to expand your mind and imagine that, this is the same motion as I'm raising a tile to about to slam it on the table. You can use it like that. You're allowed.
Yeah.
Even if it's not literally
go
that.
The wrong way, though.
Oh, that's true. Then you have a fun little moment where, this sets it up, and then the little weird 3D hand animation does
slams it down.
Mixed media. It's mixed media art.
Mixed media. But no, this one is a good, I also want to win a hand. This one is a good, it's my time now, look at me. This one is
the only time
anything.
I actually use this is when I'm frustrated because everyone else is playing and I'm not doing anything. It's like, my turn now.
Yeah. It's a very, as I think all of Hana's emotes are, again, she's like a cartoon character to me. She's a little chibi. This is a very cute, childish, me. No, me now. Me now. Yeah. Me. And also, I wanted to dispute your definition of angry mouth. This is it's not like a pout, but this is an upturned lip, but it's not, she's not mad. she's just like, and now I'm going to do something.
I would describe this as like a focused mouth.
Yeah.
She's sort
My
of
time
pursed.
is coming up. Pursed lips.
Look at her little Peter Pan collar. She doesn't have her stringed bow in this one.
I know. I've become increasingly bothered by outfit inconsistencies in emotes.
Listen, they didn't take the photos of all the emotes on the same day. Some days she's wearing something a little different.
The string tie was in the wash.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we talk about the next one?
She got it dirty during gym class.
Yeah, let's talk about the next one.
All right. In the next one, she's cute. She's got her hands in little balls. I use this one
all the time.
Up at her chin. She's got her head a little bit tilted. She's got like a big mouth smile. Normal way to describe a smile. But she's sort of got the sort of cat lips, kind of like woo, going a little bit on the top, which makes her look extra cute. She's blushing through her glasses, which I think is very funny. She's got a big blush, but also her glasses are shimmering around the blush.
Yes, that's what I love about this.
You can see her eyes through in this one. Her eyes are closed though, in sort of like big semicircles. She's real happy. She's got a heart-shaped dark pink background that also has two little white heart cutouts. It's very cute. She's very cute. This is the classic I'm cute, and honestly like a paragon of its genre.
I use it in every I'm cute situation, which is I just want a big hand. I just want a small hand. You just want a big hand. You just want a small hand. It's all I'm cute.
Any round. Any time. You just call the tile. I just call the tile. You just used an emote. I also want to.
It's great.
You're right to do it though. No, I think this one is a great I'm cute because 1, very cute. 2, I almost think it's kind of a thank you. Like, she's got kind of the tilted head like, oh, you really think so? Like, and that fits her character very well. We've been talking about how her character's kind of inconsistent in these emotes, or at the very least, the character in the emotes is different from the character in the main game. But this one is like, I think has a more confident, bent than one would expect from the character as stated in the voice lines. But
one thing I also like about this emote, that I think is really important, this is also just really important in a good cute in general, is one thing that you said that really struck a chord with me in the last episode, was, the best emotes you can use, or maybe you implied this and I extrapolate, it doesn't matter. The best emotes, you can use them ironically,
I did say that.
You can use them sincerely.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
And this is perfect for both of those.
Yeah.
Again, in the like, this works when I win a hand, and this works when you win a hand. But it can also be sincere when you win a hand, you know? Or
it can be either,
sarcastic.
I'm so happy, or thanks for giving that to me.
Go die in a hole.
Look at you winning a hand. Good for you.
I think this is a cute one for when someone gets a hand off of you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, both as a good job and almost also to be like, you know, I'm so glad you're paying attention to me.
Yeah, I've started employing this tactic a lot recently. Not with Hannah, obviously, but with the characters I use. In which
you have to be clear about Hannah and Hana, by the way. Those are two different characters.
They are right. Fuck, they added a Hannah. Anyway, this has become one of my favorite techniques, which is being way, way, way in the lead, and then someone shaving like a teeny little itty bitty portion of my lead off, and I'm like, wow, great job.
No, but I even think that this can work in last, and you do this, and you're just being a freak about it.
There's
Hana
never
freak
a wrong
confirmed?
time for this emote.
There's never a wrong time for this emote. You can be a freak. You can be cute. You can be an asshole.
Uh-huh.
The three
The
genders.
three emotions. The three genders.
Tag yourself on freak.
Uh-huh. Wait, what were they?
Freak, cute, and asshole?
Freak, cute, and asshole. Oh. This is a new
gotta be cute.
dimension. This is a fourth dimension to our scale.
It isn't. We can't do this.
I came up with something recently and I was like, could this be? And then I was like, no, this is a slippery slope.
It is a
Can't do
slippery
this.
slope. In
All
her
right.
next emote, she's leaning forward, and she's got the same little mouth that she's got in the raising her hand emote that's, like, focused. And the top half of her face is in shadow, as you'll be familiar with as longtime Soulmates listeners. This is a thing they do. The top part of her face is in shadow, and her eyes are just gleaming little sparks. And she's got no glasses on. Or the glasses have been removed for the the heightened element of, like, intensity. She look at you with a hunger.
Uh-huh. She's about to shoot you with her laser eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is I'm in Ricci. Get off.
This is I'm waiting for something. This is I'm killing you. This is you've activated my trap card. This is you just discarded the Dora and I'm looking at it. This is I'm cute but watch out.
Uh-huh.
This one also works as a genuine expression of annoyance if you want it. Like, I'm gonna kill you.
Hey, can I ask a question really quick?
Yeah.
This is just where it's most obvious, I think. I'm looking at this, sort of side by side with No, with her second one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that these are drawn by different artists? Basically every single element of her, from her hair, to her shawl, to her collar, to, like, the way the little green dragon thing is rendered, is drawn differently between these two images. Do they have multiple artists making individual emotes for the emote set?
I want to point out, and I was going to point this out when we were talking about the main outfit, there is no artist credit on Hana Ninomiya.
No.
Oh. Huh.
So
yeah.
maybe.
Which is... I mean, like, we also, like, have no idea if the main artists make the emotes. They probably don't. But I would at least assume that a single artist would make all of the emotes, you know? This just, like, so that they are aesthetically unified. This makes sense to me.
I think these ones are pretty aesthetically unified.
But the outfits all have weird little inconsistencies, and, like, her hair and her shawl
I think
are
you
drawn
might be
differently.
hallucinating.
Okay.
The
all right,
hair.
never mind.
I get what Ivy is saying with the hair. Like in this one, the hair is
in
much
Star Eyes, the hair is very blobby and it looks like
Yes.
pudding. That's the best way I can describe it. And in No,
Well,
the
you
hair
know,
is much
this is
sharper and it's shaded
Yeah.
differently.
This
and
is a
also,
thing you often see in emote hair. That the front part of it is sort of just a blob, a bang blob.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got that here, but in No, she's got all this movement.
No, I
Right.
think you're both losing it.
Okay.
Like, the core parts of these two... Sometimes someone draws something and they do it different, incidentally, because they are drawing it 9 times.
Yeah, you got me there.
And, like, it sweeps in the same direction. It's in these 3 little parts. The bottom part of the hair is spiky on both. She's got that little front part that goes over her ears. It's a little thicker in No, but, like, whatever. It's like she's facing forward in this one, and in No, she's turned slightly.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No, I think Ash's point is very fair. I'm just really, really curious about what the workflow is like for creating.
Me too.
the
I just don't
images in
think this is
game.
the right time.
And so I'm just
it's a good point.
we've never asked this question before. I
We
wanted
have.
to raise it. Have we? Wait, no.
We did
Whether
last
or not...
episode.
No. Last episode we raised whether the emotes are drawn by a different artist than the main art. I'm asking if the emotes are all drawn by the same artist.
We raised this question last episode because Fuji's wintertime emote is really weird.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Listen, I record the podcast.
My memory is perfect and they call me the truth statue.
Unfortunately, no cute boys call you this, so.
Well, if we can look at the next emote, I think this is definitely in the same family as no, because this is yes.
She's saying yes. They don't have the English emotes up on the wiki yet. They have the emotes with words, but they don't have the English words yet. So in this, she's saying yes in the English emote. That sounds correct. Okay.
That is correct.
She's saying yes, exclamation mark. She's got a big ol' open mouth. Her fists are balled and she's sort of throwing them forward. And she's got big blue spikes behind her.
And her hair is going every which way.
I think you are correct, Pax. This is the emote that happens before you kill me personally.
Yes, this is the one.
So you were psyoping yourself.
I swear that she's used the other one while calling tiles for me.
It's interesting that, the English version is not there, but under this one on the page is the translation. Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
Listen, this is the thing I haven't pointed out because we move really fast on this podcast, but often they'll have weird little things, like just a tiny little thing under these emotes. Sometimes it's the text that's in the emote. Sometimes it's just an emoji of an object that's in the emote. I don't know if you've ever noticed this.
No.
Yeah.
I don't usually click into these. I look at them very small because I'm a freak.
I like looking at them large because it's funny. Because
zoom in on that woman.
You really notice the weird, freaky little bits when they're large.
Anyway, this is the one that you use during torture time, right before you destroy people. Yes.
Now here's the question. Okay, wait. So I assume that you end torture time with this?
Yeah.
What do you sustain torture time with?
Notebook.
Oh. I was going to go with stare.
Or cute. You could just spam
stare, cute, notebook. Cute. These all work. These all work for me. Just Nazi salute for 20 seconds.
You can't call it that. I'll cry.
No, I'm...
You're committed?
No, I'm the opposite of committed. I don't want to call it that.
Why are you the one
I'm just making fun of your mother.
Okay, great. Her hands are little mittens in this one, too, and it's cute.
It's cute.
Her mouth is so big and her eyebrows are so angry.
It does kind of look like she's about to put a whole hand in her mouth.
The hair is really moving, and so she's lunging forward,
Yeah.
She's got a lot of action.
No, I'm sorry, Pax. I have a new interpretation of this emote. You've accused her of not being able to fit her fist inside her mouth, and she's like, yes, I can. And this is right before she does it.
Awesome.
How much my hand can I fit in my mouth? Hang on.
Don't test this out on the audio. Well, too late.
I can get up to the knuckles.
The title of this episode is How Much of My Hand Can I Fit in My Mouth?
You don't like up to the knuckles?
Up to the Knuckles is also pretty good.
It's just a good name for a thing.
I don't decide the names of these episodes.
Up to the Knuckles, my new lesbian punk band.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
I like the...
Sorry,
really like all
to be clear,
three
I mean
words.
the back knuckles, not the front knuckles.
What's wrong with you?
Continue.
Let me do the podcast, please.
I'm letting you do the podcast.
Jesus Christ. I really like all 3 words that she has in her emotes. We haven't gotten to word number 3. But
yeah, word
so
number
far,
3, that's where it's at, baby.
she's got yes and no. We were talking last time about what words you could use if you had a dictionary of only the words used in Mahjong Soul emotes, and that's 2 strong ones. The third one, even better. And again, emotes with words, flexible. I think this is a good one for when you're not a part of this situation. Again, third-party emote. You're not a part of this situation, but third place just took some points off second, and you're in first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is a great... I described that situation as I'm the queen lording over the peasants, and they're all fighting amongst themselves for scraps of bread.
Do that!
Yeah. This is a great, like, I'm watching. I'm watching from my throne.
Shall we move on to the prodigious emote?
Yes.
The best emote.
What is she writing on?
Notice the translation underneath.
Okay. Is the translation what she's writing on the chalkboard?
Yes.
Wait, who's describing this one? I lost track of our order.
You described the
Me
last
too.
one accidentally, even though Mom should have done it. So Mom described this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. This emote is WTF. So she is full body, which is amazing. She's got her back to us. She is wearing her plaid wrap. She is writing on the board with chalk, and she has written some Japanese characters that translate to WT bunch of symbols and an exclamation point. And this is when something inexplicable has happened.
So
Just
if you
go
had
right to it.
a dictionary of just words in Mahjong Soul, you would also have WT expletive symbols.
WT Qbert.
Double
Swearing.
Yep. This one is great. I think that here's the thing. I like that in this how does it call her? Nana, I don't even know.
Are you okay?
Nanaha? I don't know what's
Doing
going
okay?
on. Hana. Yeah. I'm great. I think in this, Hana's strongest expression of, outrage, confusion, this is her strongest emotion. I think it is appropriate that you cannot even see her face, and she's just written it out for you, and she's pointing at it.
That is the great part about it, is that she has just turned around and furiously written on a chalkboard.
Yeah. She's like, let me demonstrate this concept to you.
One thing I really like in this is that there's a little action line, like bang, and it is ambiguous whether that is an action line from her hitting the chalkboard with the piece
or whether
of chalk,
she drew it
or
with the chalk.
or she drew it.
Also good.
Which is very funny to me. I like how incredibly small her chibi body is here.
I know!
This is such a big-headed chibi model. Her legs are like the size of her mouth, probably, relatively. Not that you could see her mouth, but they're very small.
Yes, Hana could fit WTF Hana in her mouth.
Moving on.
On a related note,
look
I
at
want to
how-
make this model as a little cookie.
Oh, yeah. Look at how, you were talking about how her hands are mittens. Look at how she doesn't have hands here. It's all sleeve.
It's all sleeve, baby! Oh, it's so good. Well, I was just looking at the way that the plaid on her shawl here, because it's so small, almost just looks like they drew it on with icing. And that's why I want to make her a cookie. No notes. This one's good.
No.
It's so good.
When do you use this?
When somebody has just, dealt into somebody else, and I was on the sidelines. It's third party.
All of them are third
or-
party, is what I'm learning. I think it's
or,
funny that
you know,
Hana Ninomiya is
like,
a Mahjong otaku.
Three of us are in Ricci, and then the person who's not in Ricci groans. And it's like,
This is a good
where
Damaten.
did you come from? Yeah.
Or, yeah, Damaten. It's been a while since I played Mahjong.
This is interesting because I have never interpreted this emote the way that you two are talking about it ever before in
How
my
do
life,
you
every time
interpret it?
I've seen it. I don't think I've ever noticed that she's writing WTF on the chalkboard. I looked at it and I thought she was just writing math.
That's a you problem. Much like how Nazi salute is a my mom problem, math chalkboard is an Ivy problem.
Uh-huh. New episode title, Nazi salute is a my mom problem.
We've already put don't kill yourself in an episode title. We can't put Nazi in an episode title.
Message. It's a positive message. I always thought that she was just kind of furiously doing math. And so in my brain, this emote has always been like an evolution of I'm taking notes. Her first
yeah,
emotes,
I like it
where
like that.
She's
though.
taking notes, and then she like gets up from her desk to write across the chalkboard because she like needs to do some serious math.
Well,
That's how I've always interpreted this emote.
If you take it as it actually is, though, and you take it as an evolution of notes, like we really liked, was it? It was Nanaha's emote that was just like couldn't, like I'm baffled by defense, right? That was Nanaha. Was it?
I'm baffled by defense? You mean the one where she's like lying down on the book on her desk and she's overwhelmed by her book?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Sorry, I was using the discussion we had of it in order to classify it.
Yes, well, I was in that discussion, so that works for me, but I just needed to figure out exactly what you're talking about.
My bad. I'm saying that this is a good combo for baffled by defense for Hana, where you're taking a long time to decide your discard, and you go notes, WTF.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you run out of space in your notebook. I have not used
it like that, but it's a good idea.
Well, that's what this podcast is. We're innovating. We're evolving the meta.
We're queering Mahjong Soul.
Uh-huh. This is definitely what that means.
Mm-hmm. In the final emote, she's got a little annoyed, marker above her head. Very, very blank expression, just staring into the camera. And she's got a little orange-red semicircle behind her. She's just... Nothing is going on except that she's like... Her head is slightly tilted, she's looking at you, and she's a little annoyed.
I think that it is fair to say, weakest emote.
It's effective.
Is it?
Yeah.
I use it more than raising hands, but that's
your problem.
I don't know when to use raising hands, but this one says this is not going well for me, so I use it for that.
It's a base emotion.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. That's fine.
A lot of characters have
That's
that.
fine. It's just like it strikes me as uninspiring compared to other ones.
Yes. Well, it is.
It is.
Okay. Great.
We're in agreement on that, but I think it's an important part of the kit.
Sure. I cannot imagine a situation in which I would use this.
I can imagine many situations because no doesn't always feel appropriate.
I can't imagine a situation where I would use this and I wouldn't rather either use taking notes or star eyes.
Well, that's because you hate showing weakness. I've developed a healthy mentality thanks to the diligent parenting of my mother. And I'm comfortable using emotes that express my feelings and communicate clearly with others. Also, they call me the truth statue.
Great.
They're coming for me, by the way. It's about to get real loud.
Well, in order to not have the audio for 5 seconds just be the sound of police, I'm gonna say, strong emote set. Strong emote set.
Yeah.
It's so funny how little this emote set has to do with her character as written. She is so much more confident and exuberant in this emote set than she is written. True. There's no gardening.
There's no gardening, not even a little bit.
And also, like, how different this emote set is from her art. They share none of the same props, except arguably the hat, if you want to call it a prop.
Mm-hmm.
And she never makes the expression that she makes in her main thing.
Mm-hmm.
They use the shawl in a very different way, and also pose it differently on her body. And it's sort of bizarre, but I'm fine with it, mostly because the emote set is just that good.
Yeah, the emote set is just really good.
You can't beat Sherlock Holmes.
No, you can't.
WTF. It's really good.
I was gonna pose you this question, and it's, how would you make a really good looking emote set from a character, like a good and diverse emote set from a character whose character traits are shy, but like, you could at least put some of it in there, which they really haven't. And then also, we did an episode 2 episodes ago about a character who was emotionless and had a really terrible emote set, and I was like, I could do better. So I think it's proven to be possible that you could make an emote set that is more, like, accurate to her character and still be good. But what they've done with it here is so fantastic that I'm fine.
I mean, I think the character expressed in the emotes is just a better and more interesting character than the character expressed in the skin.
For sure.
But
how would you make this character from the emotes into a cute and appealing anime girl?
You mean how would I do it in reverse? How would I translate the emotes into art? Oh, this is a fun question. I would I think I would keep her kind of shy. I think part of the thing is that she's kind of like, I think part of the thing that is expressed here is that she's sort of shy when she's not in is that true?
Yeah. I feel that.
She's a closet freak.
She's
in the classroom. She's very aggressive because that's her milieu.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would have her with her like, I would have her walking, with, instead of holding the shawl, I'm moving all her bits and pieces. Her outfit is totally fine. But her legs are walking. She's maybe swinging the bag just to add a little bit more action and also like silhouette to this art. It has like a recognizable silhouette as a girl, but it doesn't really have anything going for the silhouette.
Yeah, one of the things that struck me about it is very narrow.
Yeah. So anyway, she's walking, she's swinging her book bag, and in the other hand, and this would be nice, she has her other hand like up and like a book open with one hand. You know, we all know how to do this.
Yes.
And she's reading the book, except in this moment captured in the image, she's like looking away from the book at you and being like, oh, hey. I think she can even maintain the same expression.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just like get more of, you know, class in there.
Mm-hmm.
Not class as in like classy woman. Class as in like going to school.
Yeah.
Her whole thing is that she's a schoolgirl. And I mean, like, that's not conveyed in the image. But also, like, you can't just give her a collar and a bag and be like, this tells you it.
Clearly, because I thought she was an adult woman.
Yeah, because you thought she was an adult French painter.
No, you thought she was French and a painter. I thought she was an adult.
No. You okay? Wait. We all have a piece of the puzzle. You thought she was an adult.
I thought she was French.
Pax thought she was French. And I thought she was a painter.
Uh-huh.
And all together we have a perfectly incorrect reading of Hana Ninomiya.
In my retelling of Hana Ninomiya from the emotes back, I'm making her into an adult French painter. Should we take a 5-minute break?
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break. Alright, talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
いえ、困っているわけではないんです。ただ、今までこんな風に接してくれた人は、ナナちゃんだけでしたから。ちょっと慣れないんです。でも、嬉しいですよ。
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
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 Should we start?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Hi, welcome back. The great part about being the editor of this podcast is that these two schlubs don't know how much of that, like, full minute of mm-hms I'm gonna leave in.
Can't wait.
Great. Can't wait.
it's
Available after
fun.
making a bonding promise with Hana Ninomiya.
Oh, you were
Yes.
right on it this time.
Yep.
You were worried I would make fun of you if you didn't
Yes.
get to it right away. Okay.
Okay,
I'm
let's
so sorry.
talk about
I didn't mean to do this to our relationship.
Nope.
let's talk
This is
about
where we are now.
This
Oh,
girl.
well,
This
I guess
girl
we can
has
never
flowers.
learn and grow.
This girl has flowers.
This girl has flowers. It's almost like she gardens
Okay.
or something.
You think?
I want to hear Ash talk about this image because I'll just tell you right now, I think this is good art. So let's
Okay.
hear Ash talk about it.
But me specifically. All right.
Ivy doesn't know what good art is.
Ivy
Unfortunately.
doesn't know. Brief overview. She's wearing a white dress and, well, she was wearing a white, like, sun hat with a sunflower on it and this little blue ribbon, but it has flown off in the wind. The wind is ruffling her white dress. It's lacy, and in the petticoats under it, she's got a layer of sheer black fabric, and then she's also got, as like an underlayer of the dress itself, this, like, sunny orange fabric in the same kind of lacy pattern, which is very nice. She's got white thigh-high stockings. Don't look at her legs for too long, because she's like a newborn deer. It's bad, y'all. It's real bad. But they've got this kind of flowery cuff, and then it ends in these black high heels with little black ribbons in the back, and then all around the image are not actually sunflowers. She's holding a bouquet of sunflowers, but I think what's in the wind is like daffodils. So she's got little flower petals. Instead of having a little background, she has little flower petals.
Ash, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think that your mother thinks before she speaks?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Why do you say so?
Well, the thing is that I'm not so inaccessible, but like you're her child, and so she can ring you up and ask you to talk about a piece of art anytime. And
I can't actually. If my mother called me and told me to express an opinion on a character from Mahjong Soul, I would have to tell her to wait for as long as it takes until we get to that character on the podcast. Don't think about it.
I don't understand. It's fine.
Ivy, what do you think about this piece of art?
Democratic.
I think it's fine.
Okay, great. Moving on. There's a couple things I didn't mention on the first run. She has a little, like, bracelet with a piece of, like, emerald on it, which I guess is from her green dragon pin that is now transformed into that. She's got a little, like...
Is it not just supposed to be the back of a tile? Because it kind of looks like a 3D rectangular prism, and part of it is green, and part of it is
No,
white.
you're totally
and I think
right.
it's just
like
the
a tile.
back of a tile, and it's sort of like a classic. It's weird because the tiles in Mahjong Soul don't have this color, but this is a very classic Mahjong tile color back. Is this dark green?
I just didn't recognize it at first. She's also got a red ribbon tied around her neck, just flowing in the back. And then on the back of her dress, and I do not understand where this attaches on the waist, there's just a big sheet of fabric with the lacy, flowery ends.
It does kind of look like she's just losing it.
Oh no, she probably is.
Yeah, I think she's just lost
I think
it
was supposed to be over her shoulders. And
a shawl is flown off.
Like, as this image is a metaphor of her losing everything iconic about her character. She's losing her hat and she's losing her shawl.
So your opinions on this have been made pretty clear.
Well, okay, I'm really interested in your mother. Wait, I'm really interested in the fact that your mother said that that she thinks that this is good art, because the last time that we talked about this piece of art, I was like, why don't you bond up Hana? And you were like, I don't want to, because I don't like her bond up outfit. It ruins like everything about her.
And you're not wrong.
I stand by that.
But you also think it's good art.
Yes.
Those two things can be true.
These can be true, but I'm curious on I'm curious on what vectors you think it is good art, and on what vectors you also think it ruins her character, and where these intersect, if at all.
Absolutely. So it's good art, because I think it has a wonderful motion and dynamism to it. Mm-hmm. A lot of the Bond Up outfits are very posed, and this, she is just captured in a moment.
There's a lot of Bond-Ups that are just sitting on a thing.
Yes. So she has just been, like, the wind blowing that stuff off. It's just very dynamic. Her back is to us. That's, it reminds me of Fuji, right? Mm-hmm. With the normal Fuji pose.
Love to see an interesting pose.
Yeah. I don't think it's completely out of character for her, because one could imagine this is just a 17-year-old kind of dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
But it has nothing to do with this is a completely different girl.
It is.
And so,
with the legs of a baby deer.
Yeah, the legs are way too long.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, the other dress ups that perhaps we will get to are worse.
Oh boy.
But I don't know. I just, the only thing that connects this girl is the glasses.
Yeah, and they're misaligned on her face.
I think that's kind of cute.
No. They have to be obviously crooked or correct. They can't be slightly off.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. See, I
think this is a good girl. It's just not fun.
I don't like this piece of art very much.
I think that the fucked up thing is that, like, after looking at the emotes in such detail and really going over them, I think that, like, there's an extent to which this pose and expression and, like, sense of motion fits that emote set better than her default art does.
Sure.
Insofar as just, like, again, looking at only the emotes as sort of their own self-contained character, she's very physically expressive in a way that she is just not in her default art. And so I get after kind of going through that transformative experience,
mm-hmm.
Of rediscovering the character via emotes, I'm like, I'm more okay with this than both of you.
I just sort of have, like, minuscule problems with, like, the way it's drawn, which are really taking me out of it. Like, I don't like the way her face looks. She's got no nose and this weird mouth, and her glasses are misaligned, and her eyes are in a way, certainly. Like, just sort of, like, look at the fact that her head appears to be tilted basically straight up, and then her face is at a angle.
Yeah.
Hang on. Yeah. I mean, I don't especially like looking at this image for many reasons.
Her legs are like a baby deer.
You know how the legs are also kind of like a deer?
Yeah.
Is that, like, if you look at where her waist is, and then you look at where her hips imply that
please
her
don't.
legs
Her
imply
torso, you
that
don't make
long
me see
hips-
this.
Her torso's
Please
really
stop
long,
talking.
much like a deer.
Oh my god.
I think what this
Please
image
don't.
is conveying to us
wow.
is that she's in a process of transformation. That's why she's losing the shawl and the
I
hat.
hope she anamorphs
And
into a
she's-
that would
and
be
she's-
preferable.
She's gaining these sort of, like, nature-themed sort of, like, elements to her, is because she's morphing into a deer.
Okay, I take it back. This is bad art.
Thanks for being convinced. Other reasons, there are things about this that I'm nitpicky on this piece of art, but I know there are on other pieces of art we've looked at before, and I've not been picky about them, but I'm gonna say them anyway, and you just have to accept that I'm being weird about this one.
No,
neck,
I won't accept it because I'm actively interested in why you're being picky about this one and not other things.
'cause there's too many confluences of mistakes that I'm no longer okay with it.
Continue.
We've talked about, like, pieces of art before where I've been like, there are things wrong with this, but I don't want to point it out because it seems mean. There are
Sure.
too many things wrong with this in too small an area, and it makes it look very Uncanny Valley, and I'm not into it.
She's snapping her head backwards?
Yes! Neck long, head snapped backwards. Something about her back is really bothering me, and I think it's that long torso that you mentioned before, but she's so narrow, and if I think too long about how big her head is and how small her body is, I get freaked out. I was looking at... I have an image of Fuji open in the other tab, and this isn't not true of her. She has a long neck, and her head is kind of snapped around, and her body is small, and her legs are too long. But, like... it looks better. You know, I don't wish that they had given us a little bit of butt in this one because I would be freaked out. But the way that the dress is flowing around her thighs means that, like, where is it though?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's freaky either way.
I hear you.
And the final thing, this is the last thing. This is the real reason why I'm bothered. It's like the face and this, which is just the shawl coming off of the body. It's like on the same I'm going to be comparing everything to Fuji from now on because that's my standard. You know how in the Fuji Christmas dress up we were like, I really just want to see the outfit. Like, take all that stuff away. This is similar in that I just want to see her with the hat and the shawl on. Don't take them off. You didn't show me an image before. You haven't prepared me for this advancement of the thing. I can't picture what she looks like with this weird lacy shawl on and that hat. I bet she looks better with the hat on because I'm not used to seeing her whole head of hair. Like, it's just... And then I don't know what the shawl is because it's just a piece of fabric floating away. Like, I really just wish they had given us an image which has her wearing the outfit instead of making up the outfit and then taking it off her.
Yeah, two things. First of all, I am also now looking at her and then looking at Fuji and then looking at her and then looking at Fuji.
Good.
Fuji also kind of has her head snapped back.
Yes.
But, like, a couple of things. One, it's drawn by our best friend. Two,
It's drawn by Sharon.
Shout out to Sharon.
Shout out to Sharon.
Should we tell the Sharon story on the
I will
podcast?
in a minute.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2, there is a stronger indication of, like, Fuji feels like she's cheating to the camera, but there is still an indication that her head is not facing backwards. In like that her back eye is like at a different angle and is smaller, and like the shape of her face is different. Hana really feels like she's just looking directly backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Which is, and also Fuji's just kind of like, Hana's just like a much more grounded and realistic character than Fuji. Fuji already exists in this weird, this is why I've, maybe it's just because of Sharon, but I've very slightly come around on a little bit of Fuji leg weirdness.
Okay.
Just because Fuji exists in this kind of like dreamlike eternal woman space in which she's much more fantastical than Hana, who's just like a 17-year-old who goes to class. And thus Hana can get away with a lot less turning into a deer than Fuji could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Context is important.
Context is important. Sharon is the artist of Fuji's art. And I'll make this one short because we have 3 more outfits to get through. Like, we've got a while to go in this episode. But after we recorded about a day after we recorded the Fuji episode, I was, like, looking at Sharon's page on,
Pixiv?
No, well, I did look at her page on Pixiv, but I also just looked at the one on mahjongsoul.club, and I noticed, like, she had, like, English okay on her profile, and I was like, oh, okay, so I could send her an email, because she had her email on there, and I was like, okay, well, I'll send her an email, and so I sent her an email that basically says, like, my friend Ivy and I do a podcast, we both play Mahjong Soul, we just finished recording about Fuji, we were amazed by the quality of your art, I wanted to praise you for drawing Momohina so well, and how attractive the picture of string relaxation Fuji is. It really made our day.
Really liked one line from your email that I really liked, was that you were complimenting spring relaxation Fuji, and you said she looks like a real woman.
I did. That is from the email, correct?
Both very flattering, but also just a very funny thing to say.
And then I got an email back it was 2 days later, actually. I got an email back. It said, "Hello, Ash. Your email is such a surprise that it might be my best New Year's present ever. It's Chinese New Year yesterday. I'm really grateful that you could enjoy my art. Thank you so much. Your appreciation for Fuji and Momohina is really important to me. This is indeed a big encouragement. With this, I can draw 100 pics this year, lol. I can never thank you enough, but I'll improve myself to make my work even better. Sincerely, Sharon." So, basically, thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon.
That's so awesome. I really
thank
love
you
that.
for drawing Fuji.
Yeah, it touched me, so I was so happy about this forever.
It's so awesome that Ash, you reached out, and it's so cool that she responded. So cool.
Yeah, you can just like reach out to artists you like and tell them you like them. You tell them you like their art. This is just a thing that you can and honestly maybe should do.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Should we talk about these
maybe
emotes?
you should go to Ivy Fox Art on Ko-Fi and give some money in appreciation of the show that you enjoy. Anyway.
Agreed. All right, let's look at this first emote, which is, I'm kind of looking at these for the first time. I looked at them a little bit earlier. So, Hana has her glasses on, but her eyes are obscured by great big sad circles. And she has a big sad circle in her hair for some reason.
Pax, I think you might be lacking some of the like anime shape language to understand this.
Yes, please tell me
What is happening is that her eyes are full of tears. This means that her eyes are full of tears, and on her head, right, they aren't circles blocking her eyes. They are her eyes. They're just full of tears. That's what
sure,
this
I get that.
sort of shape indicates. Oh, there's also ooze in the background. There's dripping blue ooze.
Sludge.
And she has a big boo-boo on her head. That's what the circle is. Alternatively, that's sort of like a pupae from which will burst her freshly formed deer horns.
I mean, it's really flesh-colored. It's very disturbing.
That's what it is. Is when you get hit on the head real hard, it forms a big old flesh lump.
Deer horns are flesh-colored for, like, a long time. Anyway.
Yeah, they're velvety.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's super sad.
And she did get hit on the head.
And she's sad. I think this is a fairly strong emote.
Yeah, this is fine.
I like the boo-boo. It's got a good, like, clear action to it. It's fine.
She should be wearing the shawl in these emotes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
she has detached sleeves in this skin. Important note.
Yeah, she does.
That we didn't make. She has weird little teeny tiny detached sleeves.
And to give some credit, I was going to mention how the glasses are the same red as the ribbon on her neck, and then that red is also carried into the stitching on those detached sleeves. I respect it.
Sure. Yeah.
It looks better in these emotes because it has that.
She's wearing the hat in the next emote.
She's wearing the hat.
But she's got
she's wearing the hat. She's blushing a little bit. She's got just kind of like a small closed mouth smile. She's leaning forward and waving, and she has sort of like an orange semicircle behind her. Sort of like a rising sun kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
This emote is fine.
Nothing. They don't know how to draw her eyes.
Huh. Yeah, wait. Yeah, huh.
Just like
she has eyes suddenly. Okay.
Like, I can't with the eyes. They gave her eyes in the Bond Up emotes because she's like, the Bond Up is a process of her coming out of her shell, I guess, and she becomes more of a person.
Sure.
But they don't know how to draw the eyes and the glasses. And the hat.
Yeah.
And the hands.
So, the glasses have become half glasses.
Oh.
They're kind of only under. Rim.
Yes, in order to make room for... It's very hard to draw glasses on top of full glasses on top of full eyes. I can vouch. You have to kind of cheese it a little bit. But they didn't draw her eyes good. That's my gripe with this one.
Yeah, fair. It's just like a wave emote. This is like this is just the first emote of a default set, and it's just a wave. I like that there's a little bit of posing to this wave. If I can give it a little bit of a compliment, I like that she's leaning forward and sort of waving down at you. It's not really enough to feel condescending in a way that is like useful to use in communication in a competitive game where I want people to feel bad. But it does, looking at it, it does kind of make me feel like a little flower that she's waving at, which is nice just for me.
That is cute. That's a cute context. The next one looks good, though. And she has, she's pushing her glasses up. She's got a little, like, glasses shine to the side. And she's, like, her mouth is open, like she's saying something, and her eyes are looking off to the side. Again, eyes fully visible, no white glasses obscuring everything. No hat, just hair. This is a different character, but it retains the spirit of the old Hana emotes, which makes it like... I have the same problem with this as I do with Bond Up Fuji, which is that if you suddenly use this emote after using a set of the normal emotes, it's like, whoa, who did you transform into?
This is less that.
It's less
Fuji, because she has less shit in her hair.
She has less shit in her hair.
And she just has more like default props, mostly her glasses, and just like the shape of her hair. Fuji doesn't really have a consistent hair shape in this way. I think this emote is good, and it logically follows from her previous emotes in a way that is like a good build on her character. This is an actually. This is a, I don't know when you would use this in game. I kind of have to oh, it also has kind of like a 3/4 red rectangle behind it, which I think is just kind of an interesting shape.
It
they
looks
don't
good.
use very often. It looks good. It makes the image feel very logical in a way that I cannot quite explain. She's going
Just a good
actually
graphic background.
at you, and I guess that you use this when someone reaches and then you win off their reachy tile.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
I think you can. There's also some. There's some solid uses out of, like, you can have the emote where she has the big star eyes and then transition to this, and the star kind of like moves up beside her eyes.
Yeah.
Like,
in a sort of
actually, I
fun-
wasn't
in a
staring
fun
at you.
way.
That was just my glasses.
Yeah.
That would be very good.
I like this one. I think this one is genuinely quite good.
This is a good emote. It's the best of the 3 Bond Up emotes.
Agreed.
Well,
Spring
it's
Celebration.
fine. They're fine. Spring Celebration. Let's look at something that isn't a baby deer.
Oh, thank God.
Or I haven't looked at the image yet. Maybe.
She doesn't look like a baby deer in this one.
Oh, okay. Well,
She does have other things about this image that are a little bit unsettling, but it's mostly normal.
is it mostly normal?
Well, we'll see. The line at the bottom of this page is, here you are. I just finished this calligraphy. I wish you a prosperous and healthy year of Gengzi 2020. The 2020
Thanks.
is important.
Oh, did I? Why did my page stop loading?
Good question. So, the thing about this Hana Ninomiya outfit is that in the 2 previous ones, I didn't compliment her dress enough in the last one because I was too busy talking about how she looks like a baby deer. Like, her dress was normal and pretty and nice.
Oh, right. I didn't insult her dress enough. I like the dress, and I think the dress looks kind of worse because it's being blown up to give her
True.
the ass shot. I really just want to see her kind of just wearing, like, you can still have movement and dynamism, but you don't get to, like, see it as just like a dress that is normal, like, at all. And I don't like that about that image.
In this one, the red wrap has been transitioned into whatever's going on off the shoulder here. And then she's got a skin tight, like, I don't even know how to begin describing this.
She's got a hang on. Okay, I'm just gonna go through it piece by piece.
Yeah, please.
She looks, why is that? She looks sort of like Midna from Twilight Princess, except she doesn't at all. But she has like a little collar thing. And then that collar reaches down underneath this sort of like around the arms, off the shoulder red wrap. Presumably the collar connects to these semi-detached sleeves.
I guess. I didn't even notice those were there.
And then under, you can tell they're semi-detached because she has bare shoulders. And then hanging from the collar by 2 little ropes and a coin is a different sort of overdress piece that has a shock of turquoise, a color used nowhere else in the image. But but is mostly black with some gold detailing. But that appears to just be over top of what is her actual dress, which is this sort of skin tight, I guess it's silk white thing with very deep side slits that only goes to the top of her thighs, and is also weirdly tight to her stomach.
Yeah.
And then she also has just 2 leather straps
around one thigh, because they do this
around one thigh.
in Mahjong Soul.
And then she has white stockings and sort of sort of cute little red flats with
The
gold
flats are
detailing.
cute.
She's also wearing red leather gloves.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you, this is not Hana Nanomiya.
No.
This is
Not at
Bayonetta.
all.
This
Guys,
is Bayonetta from the game Bayonetta.
We found Bayonetta again.
We found Bayonetta. This is an adult woman. There is this image is very adult. Like it's not even the most revealing. It kind of is. You get a little bit of upskirt and a bunch of thigh, and it's kind of weird. But something about like she's just like a completely different character, a completely different age. She's got a completely different aesthetic sensibility. She's got completely different proportions to her body.
Yeah.
Her like hips are suddenly really wide.
Yeah, that's
and
the
her
trade-off. She has
shoulders-
normal legs, but she has like the figure of like if you look at her from the waist up, and then you just see how her body expands down into the hips, she's like a lamia.
Uh-huh.
The rest of her is about to be a snake.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is just like a different... I honestly kind of don't hate this dress. It's just kind of
No.
like the least Hana Nanomiya thing you could possibly put her into. I don't even understand the appeal of putting this character in this outfit, aside from the appeal of like putting a 17-year-old in this outfit, which I also don't understand or approve of. This just has nothing to... This just, like, just put... Oh my god, what's her name? Horny for book woman.
Nanaha.
Nanaha, thank you. Just put Nanaha in this outfit.
You understand how
Like-
hard it is to say Nanaha and also Hana in the same episode?
Oh, you mean Nanaha and Hana Nanomiya?
Yes.
Hana
See, my
Nanomiya,
problem is I
Hana-
keep accidentally
Nanaha.
saying Nanaha because I'm saying Hanane.
Do 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 do.
Hanane.
Do do do.
I really like the colors on this image.
I mean, credit
Anytime
to
they
her.
use that deep red, I really like it. I like that pop of turquoise. It is wild.
I also
Um,
like it. It draws your eye. I like the pattern
but-
of the textile on this wrap. Like, it's subtly
But
patterned
it's
in a way
just-
that pleases.
They've stuck her triangle face and her glasses and some of her hair on top of this person. It's photoshopped onto another woman.
Yeah, they photoshopped her onto Bayonetta.
Like,
Um,
this is the problem, is she has this, like, really pleasant face, and then, like, I haven't been equipped this episode to start explaining impossible clothes, because she's been wearing normal clothes. And then
Exactly.
suddenly, I just can't imagine that she would put on an outfit with this many weird little things.
weird little bits.
Like, her two outfits before this have been nice, cozy sweater over a school uniform and
She was so
sundress.
practical. Practical Hana.
Both of those are, like, one, like, I could make one fashion decision in order to put those outfits on. I'm gonna wear a dress today. I'm gonna wear a sweater today, and it's a school day. This one is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things all on the torso.
Uh-huh.
No.
I would wear this outfit.
No, you wouldn't. Why, you ask? Because it can't be constructed by human hands.
Let's look at her one emote.
I just don't think Hana would wear this would wear this outfit, and I'm not interested in a Hana that does wear this outfit.
It's a different...
It's not Hana. Don't worry about it. It's not
It's
Hana.
not.
Okay.
Body double, body double.
Body double.
Her emote has these, like, extending lightning shock lines that almost look like they end in little hands. They don't, but that's just how it looks. And then a teal field with a white circle near her face. And it's this face. Weirdly, they figured out how to draw her in glasses for this one.
Huh.
With eyes.
Still just the bottom rims.
Yeah, but it looks fine.
The top ones are black now. I mean, they're not her eyebrows anymore. They're just the top of the thing. Top of the glasses. They're black. Different glasses.
The glasses to you.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
And she's got some sweat beads.
Yeah.
And she's like clutching her chest and taken aback.
And the turquoise thing is there.
The turquoise is there.
Yeah. I can't. This emote is truly incomprehensible to me.
Yeah.
I understand sort of what they're getting at. I can't imagine a situation in which I would ever use this to convey any emotion ever. The most that this conveys, between the weird shapes and her weird outfit, and her sort of dramatic pose, I kind of feel like she's summoning her stand.
I feel like reality is shattering around her.
Sure. I guess. But but it's not like glass breaking lines, which I think we've seen, or I've seen on other emotes.
Yeah.
It's these weird lightning hands.
Yeah.
As a final note, I want to...
It's no good.
It's good?
It's no good.
It's no good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's useless as an emote.
I thought you said it's so good, and I got really confused.
Me too.
Final note on this outfit, I just want to point out. I literally cannot speak on this outfit. It's incomprehensible to me. I want to say more, but it's just, there's nothing. It's such a... They have made a piece of art so vapid that there's nothing to say about it. I just wanted to point out that these red, cute little flats that she's wearing are tagged as high heels.
I know.
They don't have any tags for flats.
For what?
So they just tag all women's shoes as high heels. Well, or pumps. These are they're closer to pumps than they are to high heels.
There are no heels visible.
And my mother, before we move on, we said, we were talking during the break, and you said, I have one thought exactly about all of her alternate outfits other than the Bond Up. And I want you to tell me what that thought is now.
I think you will see as we keep going.
Okay.
The thought is, these are not Hana. My only thought about them is that they've taken everything about this person, and this woman has no personality whatsoever.
A piece of art so vapid.
She kind of looks like a sort of minor sort of sexy Sith woman that you would encounter in a Star Wars game. You know what I mean?
Spring Celebration, Hana?
Yeah, that's my final take on this outfit.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at Summer of Destiny, Hana Nanomiya.
Oh boy.
Now...
this image has some really nice colors.
Yeah, this image has delightful colors. That giant palm frond coming behind her face, and the way that her head is haloed in white light, but it's also the palm frond itself is all weird and colorful. And then the weird sheer cover-up she's putting on, and the reflective colors of that, props. This is a good looking image. Not the same as good art.
And that's all we have to say.
No, we have more.
Yeah.
Why is she wearing her glasses in the pool?
I wear my glasses in the pool.
You do?
Yeah.
How?
You can't see. How? You get a little glasses thing that clips it to your head and also makes it float if you lose them.
I guess this is the beach, but I would like to point out that there's a floor here, and the line below this piece of art says, I still want to thank you for coming to the beach with me today. What?
So she's
Wait,
at
yeah, the
beach.
thing
It's
behind her is very
stylized.
distinctly a pool. I mean, she's just like she's just in a piece of vaporwave art.
Okay,
Like,
that's
yeah.
fine.
I have
Yes.
no interpretation of this space because there is no interpretation of this space. It's just vibes, you know? This is just the background of this image is just something that you would find on like a 12-hour vaporwave mix on YouTube.
Yeah, this is a t-shirt.
Uh-huh. She's been transported into a t-shirt. It's horrific.
Mhm. Many lives were lost. What is happening in this outfit?
So she is wearing
She's a bathing suit.
She's wearing a one piece that goes up to her neck, and then seemingly, I can't tell if it wraps around her neck under this frilly collar or attaches to this frilly collar.
No
But the
idea.
fact that
I
she
think
has a
the
frilly collar
is separate.
I also think
is
the collar
very
is separate because she has a
fun.
matching piece on the thigh.
Yeah, she has a matching frilly collar on her thigh,
Which you
the
wear
frilly
in the
collar
water.
is so out of aesthetic. It's really she has
That's
this like
the thing that's killing me, is the frilly
She has
collar
this, like-
doesn't connect to anything.
sharp plastic jacket, and this like sharp like, and then it's really funny.
Ugh.
I feel like this.
She has straps that go around her thigh and butt.
Mm-hmm. And dig into the
Um,
flesh severely.
Yeah, severely.
Like, it's a one piece, but she has a bikini bottom with two straps under it, which is really funny.
Yeah, and she has a bikini bottom under it in part because the one piece does not appear to be big enough at the bottom.
Yeah, because
Right.
why
That's
would
kind
it
of all I
be?
really have to say.
The back is impossible to imagine.
It is.
You cannot rotate this image.
I'm glad
in
it
your
hasn't been
mind.
revealed to me.
I really have decided that I don't like looking at her foot.
Her foot is a choice. Like, I want you to look at the musculature of her legs again for me for a minute.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Like, credit. These are probably more like normal legs than other legs that we've seen. That being
Yes.
said,
Sure.
the way that they're drawn does just like it makes sense intuitively if you only look at it for a little bit, and then if you look at it more, it looks like a piece of body horror.
The foot
Yeah,
is really, really, really bad. And,
Uh-huh.
like, why wouldn't they have her with the foot pointed, sitting demurely
Mm-hmm.
on the beach? Instead, they have flexed the foot.
Yeah,
I
they've
think
made
what
it.
I think
she's
I
propped
think
up.
it's I think she's supposed to be sort of like standing up and putting on her jacket after getting out
No,
of the
she
pool
isn't, though.
beach. Okay.
If
fair
she
enough.
would, if she is, she's like that gif of the tiny anime girls playing basketball who, like, as soon as they throw a ball, they fall over immediately. Like,
I
the
will say
amount of
there-
ability to stand up she has in this pose is 0.
I hate looking at, but I hate
Her
looking
right
at it.
thigh bends in the
However-
middle.
However,
It
I
does.
think that's a little bit. I think that's a little bit unfair.
It is a
has
little
a
bit
curve
unfair. The
across
calf
top,
is digging into it,
and the
it's
calf
fine.
is
Yeah.
pushing into it. It's
It
fine.
is.
I will say,
But it's
just-
the worst. It's worse the more you look at it.
just on the note of like some of the art in this game has really does its women really badly in terms of giving them muscles.
Mhm.
I will say there are a couple things in this image. I feel like the left thigh does a much better job of like looking at a thigh,
Yeah,
that-
she
looking
has
like
a
a thigh that
kneecap.
has muscle. You can see like
She
like
does.
the on her like weird impossible one piece, just to the left of it, left or right from our perspective. You can see like a little bit of muscle definition on her stomach, which
Sure.
is kind of nice actually. Also, she has really nice muscle definition on her left arm and shoulder.
Sure.
I don't like looking at her left hand, but like the arm and shoulder, are nice.
No, her
That's
left hand is fine.
basically everything.
I understand why you don't like looking at it, but it's fine.
A little bit of a claw.
It's a little bit of a claw. It's like
I also feel like the sort of like dapple effect on her that is supposed to make her look sort of freshly damp does a little bit make her look like a frog.
Yeah, she looks like she has scales. It's very odd.
In this one, she's like turning into a reptile instead of a deer.
Okay, she's anamorphing all the time. Two things I want to point out. First of all, third weird furry collar thing, and it's on her right shoulder. I don't know if that's. I think it cannot be part of the cover-up.
You might be overdoing it. I think that's just
part
like
of the jacket.
I think that's just like a ruffle on the jacket.
It cannot be. I refuse to admit it.
Okay, you're allowed to be wrong. That's okay.
Sure. Second thing, on the left arm, the thing which made me go from, oh, this is almost pretty, like, this is a pretty nice image. Like, it's not, not really Hana Ninomiya, but it's, like, kind of like her. The thing which made me go from that to, oh, never mind, was the many bracelets she's wearing on her left arm.
So many.
Which just don't mesh with her at all. She has little heart bracelets. She has one of those little springy cord bracelets. She has so many little, like, metal bangles. And it's like, who are you?
Yeah. They do not know how to put Hana at the beach. And if you want more proof, you can look at any of the beach illustrations she's in.
Oh, I will, actually, right now.
Like, there's 2 or 3 or 4 of them. She's in a lot of beach illustrations. And it's not Hana at all. What are they doing?
I also feel like her face has changed significantly.
Mm-hmm.
Again, everyone in this game kind of has the same face.
That's
but
fine.
She has like kind of a different face in this. And just like it just doesn't look like her at all. Even though it's still the same fundamental shape, it simply doesn't look like her face. She looks more like Nanaha here.
Yeah.
Like, she distinctly looks like Nanaha to me in this image.
I'm looking at her beach illustrations.
In body and soul.
All of which are in this outfit. She doesn't... Mm-hmm. She looks... This is a different woman.
Mm-hmm. Completely.
It looks like someone gave several illustrators the same prompt of, it needs to have Kavi and Hana at the beach.
They were probably selling the skins at the same time.
Yeah, like multiple illustrations of this thing. And in all of them, this isn't what... I really like the one which is by Vita, which is like, you can see it because it has Kavi in the front and she's pouting. Mostly because there are some boys in it, including Glum's fox boy. Mm-hmm. And he's so complicated.
Yeah, he's way back there.
Everyone else in the picture is like... But he's got like
3 elements.
50 things on him.
Ichihime is also kind of a lot in this one. She's got a lot going on. And everyone else is like made of 3 colors.
Yeah. But the thing about Nana in this image is that she's like got the cover up half on. What?
It's not good.
She bumped the volleyball ball so hard that her jacket flew off.
And also, she's once again lying on the, like, knees on the ground. She can't stand up. Should we look at the emote?
Yeah, hang on, let me navigate back to the page.
The volleyball one is truly the wildest.
Like,
oh my God.
I'll give it credit for, like, I kind of like it as a piece of art. It's just so weird.
So in this emote, she's Nanaha Onotera.
No, literally, though.
Not.
Yeah, she's doing, like, a Nanaha pose. She is sort of... She has...
she's Venus on the half shell, and she's just sort of welcoming us
Oh, she is Venus on the half shell.
Who
She's
is
the
this?
world.
Turtle power.
I
mean,
want
the
you to
mitten
think about
hands are back.
every other picture there is of her. And tell me,
Uh-huh.
does Hana look like the kind of person who then goes onto the beach striding out in this weird swimsuit combo and says...
Wearing a jacket coming out of the ocean.
And says, look at me, I'm...
Mm-hmm.
Venus
Gorgeous?
emerging from the waves.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Great question.
Her I'm cute emote is kind of like a bashful, like, oh, you shouldn't have.
The thing is that I kind of like this emote.
No!
It's like, it's a really bad Hana emote.
There are so many better emotes
if
like
you
this.
pretend
Ivy.
that it's not her,
Then it's good.
got kind of good energy. It's big and bold and fun, and it's got fun framing.
Sure. And, like, I don't disagree with wearing a swimsuit and a jacket. It's a fun combo. Can I...
Sure.
Here's what's up.
Okay, what's up?
She has too much hair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
at
she
all
has
that hair.
grown a lot of hair.
She doesn't have enough
She's
hair
got
to
a
tie
big
up
bun
like
on
that.
top now.
This is a problem
Uh-huh.
I had with Spring Celebration, too, is that she's got her hair in this weird, like... She's got two little buns in Spring Celebration. Like, it's much more reasonable. But this one, she's got one giant... She doesn't have enough hair for that.
Uh-huh.
Very true.
Yeah.
Do frogs have this much hair? Is this part of the Animorph?
Wait, I thought she was turning into a reptile.
Do
She said
reptiles have
scales
this much
and
hair?
Claws. Maybe.
Okay. Should we
Nature
look at the next
amazes
one?
us all the time. Yeah, sure.
This is the maid outfit.
I don't hate this
I
one.
was on the Japanese page, and it auto translated this room full of aroma to a cafe with scent, which I really like.
Mm.
Now, she's got... Do not look at her legs. Whatever you do.
It's too late.
Avert your eyes.
It's too late.
I need to look at it's my job. I don't know what to tell you.
What am I if not someone who looks at a leg? Her little line below the outfit is, even the cats in the cafe are more active during the opening hours than usual, so I can't lose to them. Though it's my first time working part-time at a cafe, I will endeavor to be the best maid. No personality in that. I don't hate this image.
It makes me really uncomfortable because this is a 5 seconds before disaster image.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's holding a tray with a drink that is spilling. She's holding another tray with a piece of food that is falling.
Mm-hmm.
She's clearly lost her balance and is about to fall forward.
But she's smiling at you.
But she has this big, almost upsetting smile.
Her face is the thing which I don't want to look at. Because her eyes...
It is the right leg for me. The right leg.
Uh-huh. Baby deer.
She's...
Can't stand up.
Uh-huh.
This is more of an evolution of the Bond outfit than it is of her normal outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to speak about it generously. It's got the white lacy fabric carrying in to be the maid outfit. The bright orange is carried over. There's some sunflowers in the back, and then you can tell that the patterns on this maid kimono are, green and brown in order to imitate that kind of sunflower thing. Instead of how it is in the Bond outfit, where it's a white dress with orange layers underneath, it has white layers inside the sleeves. And then blue is in there. She's got a white ribbon around her neck like she does in the Bond outfit. Her eyes are fucked up like they are in the
Red
Bond
ribbon.
outfit. She's got white, not white, she's got red things around her sleeves like she does in the Bond outfit, and her face is fucked up like it is in the Bond outfit. I already said that, I know, but I have to say it again because I can't stop looking at it.
Describe to me how it is fucked up.
It's too low, one.
Okay.
Her eyes
Yeah,
are facing
it's
different
asymmetrical.
directions.
Yes.
She looks like she's just had a stroke. Like, she's staring at you and hasn't fully registered what's gone wrong yet.
Well, she's dropping everything. It makes
Yes, she's
sense.
about to fall. She's in
Sure.
a moment of shock. Be kind to her.
No.
Come on, Ash. She's about to lose her job.
It's, like, it doesn't even, that kind of, like, dark, oh, I fucked up look isn't even what's going on here. She looks dazed and confused. Like, she doesn't know where she is.
Uh-huh.
It's upsetting to
All
me.
very true.
Also,
Yeah,
her
I
hair
wish
is
that she
weird.
wasn't...
Sorry.
I wish that she wasn't wearing this apron, because this dress is actually pretty nice.
It's a maid
Very
outfit.
pretty.
Yeah, but I don't make it not a maid outfit. Just
I
let her
know.
wear a nice dress.
I know.
I know it's a maid outfit. Jeez.
Believe me, if I
Um,
could fix this for you, I would.
Thank you, I appreciate that, genuinely.
Now, the great thing is you can't combo this with the emote, but the emote is a perfect response to this illustration.
I like that you
like-
can't see her face, so you can't even tell how lucid she is.
And the cup of milk, she has dropped it and now she is cleaning it up.
Or maybe she's just despairing over it. Spilled milk.
She is down on her knees and the cup is spilled, and the cup has the little Cat Food Studio logo on it.
It is a Cat Food
And-
Studio Starbucks parody, which is almost really cute.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Since you're down scrolled at the bottom of the page, I need you to look at Smallhead.
Okay.
Just,
Let me do
like,
it.
stare deep into her eyes.
Okay.
This
I've
is
made
my
Smallhead
thing
big.
this
I'm
episode.
staring.
Is looking at Hana's
Yeah.
eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Did
I
they know
she's
how to
very
draw them?
vacant. She's vacant.
Vacant. She's an empty shell of a girl.
And it's a shame because her default emote set is smart.
The most expressive it could possibly be. Her default, like, she has no expression in her default art. She's, like, sort of surprised, but, like, she looks like a person. And then in the Bond up, she looks like someone put her on the wrong axis. And then in the next two, she's not Hana. And then in this one, like, her soul has already exited her body.
Mm-hmm.
I have two things to say about this image.
Please.
One, I think the shading on the background elements is nice. They all have a nice, really nice texture.
This
I
is
think
a
it looks
nice looking image, if you ignore what's going on with her face.
Look at the floor. The floor is beautiful.
It is.
Beautiful
Yeah.
floor.
Because this has apparently become my thing in this episode. If she was turning into an animal in this image, what animal is she turning into?
A fish.
Because of the fins?
Yeah, and the big, like, bow that is, like, all the fabric flowing is just making me think about it.
I think it's got to be a bird. I
Is
think
it a
the reason
bird?
why she's so nonchalant about everything about to fall is because she's about to take off.
It could be a
She's
bird.
about to start flapping those sleeves and exit the atmosphere.
No, yeah, I'm with you. It's a bird.
Yeah, she's about to become a very beautiful orange and white and blue bird. I'm so happy for her.
Great.
I am,
It's also why
I
her
am
eyes look like that.
obsessed with the mug The mug with the Starbucks parody is impeccable.
It's peak.
It's cute.
But, like, at what cost? Is it ethical to, like, completely turn a woman brain dead for your
No.
mug of milk?
No. Nope. I would never claim this.
Okay.
How good is the milk?
The perfect temperature and ultra pasteurized, so it never ultra pasteurized so it can be kept shelf stable, and like it's primo 2%.
2%. Okay, absolutely not ethical.
What do you mean? What's your preferred milk?
I go for a I go for a 3.25, like a reasonable person.
What the hell? Is that a
Do you not
Canadian
have
thing?
homogenized milk? They call it homogenized milk here.
3.25% milk.
It's in the red containers in Canada.
That's whole milk.
That's
baby.
whole milk.
They call it homogenized milk, and most people I know call it homo milk. for
Okay,
short.
well that's
this
fine.
is not a joke.
Whole milk is I don't like it.
Why? It just tastes better because it has more cream in it, and cream makes things taste better.
No, it is just like I don't know, it's too much.
Wait, we can't fight about this in front of your mom.
I am very, very happy to report that when you look at the high-res version
Mm-hmm.
of this made image, it's really like the pattern on her dress suggests sunflowers,
Mm-hmm.
but they're actually peen.
This is correct.
That is
So she has a 5 peen right there on her left thigh.
oh, that is
She's
quite
got a
pleasing.
1 peen right above it. It's really beautiful.
It's making up for the fact that she doesn't have a Mahjong tile on her wrist / collar like she does in the last ones.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
sure.
more than making up for it. I don't like it when they just sort of slap Mahjong tiles onto weird little accessories. I
True.
think this is much nicer.
This is nicer. It's like
It's just a
Kage
nice
Hime's
dress.
8-so garter. Like, it's nice.
I think if you just kind of eliminate her face,
It's a good image.
and then the trays, and it's just kind of this like lovely kind of like mannequin of a dress in front of a really nice sort of softly patterned background.
If the trays weren't falling over, it would
think
just
it's
be like
really
she's
nice.
moving gracefully towards me.
And also her legs weren't like that.
Well, these ones actually don't bother me as much.
Huh.
That right leg, that's a hoof.
It
I'm
is. Like, don't get me wrong.
Those are her hooves.
Her ankle. Those are her hooves, you bitch. The ankle bone is too far out. I'm sorry, mother. That's a reference to a meme. I would never call you that name.
If I were your mother, I would be so upset.
I'll send you the meme right now during the podcast.
Her center of balance is in the wrong place. And that it would be nice if it wasn't. And I think it would be almost kind of cool if her center of balance was in the right place and also the trays were kind of tipping. That like she just needs to be keeping it together in one way. She can be like a little bit hectic in her movement, but also have the trays together. And that's appealing. Or she can have the trays falling over, but she can be like doing her best and like positioned reasonably.
She can be stable.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like there's an implied like, oh, she's got it. She's gonna catch it. But like the fact that everything is falling
And
all
that
at
she's
once.
totally vacant.
And that someone has turned her brain dead for the purpose of getting milk, as we've established in the narrative. It really yeah.
I sent you the meme.
Thank you. I will look at it.
Great.
Before we wrap this woman up, this girl,
Girl.
Can we look at the other fantastic emote, which is the spring exclusive emote?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we never
look
do
at
this
these
during
because
episodes.
by the time we get to the final skin,
I know, but
usually
we
want to
can't
cry.
ignore.
It's really
that
adorable. They really bring
she
it all
is
back.
Eating,
Yeah.
She is eating little soup dumplings.
Yeah.
And has a little heart.
Yeah.
And this is how I want Hana to be.
Hana Ninomiya is enjoying a little dumplings.
Yes.
She's enjoying a little dumpling that has a little extra thing that mimics the little thing on her beret.
Yes.
Oh my god, you're so right.
I know, I'm right.
Hana Ninomiya love dumpling.
Hana Ninomiya love dumpling. She deserves it.
She deserves it.
After everything that cafe put her through.
We've put her through so goddamn much.
Yeah, she enjoyed a little. She deserves a little dumpling.
She's got her beret back. She's wearing her wrap. She's got her mitten hands. Everything is good.
This is everything.
This is on the main page, by the way, if you want to look at this. Yeah.
Thank God. Thanks for making us look at this one.
Thanks for bringing it back.
We needed to bring it back.
I was so despairing, and now I'm looking at Hana Ninomiya again, and I'm so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. We can take a second to breathe. Everyone can breathe in for 8 seconds, then breathe out for 8 seconds. Alright, ready? In. Out.
I got the timing just right on that. I counted to 8 seconds
so proud of
just
you.
right.
I'm so proud
You're
of
the
you.
best.
I'm so good at 8
You're the
seconds.
best at breathing.
I'm winning. I'm getting a good grade.
Do you want to give her some numbers?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think we should let my mom do it. Give us first opinions as the guest. Cute number.
Well, as the person pretending to be your mom. She's so cute.
She's real cute.
Real cute. I mean, she's not Fuji cute, but who is?
Who is?
Not everyone can be 6'4". Like,
not everyone can be 16.
That was good. That was truly so good.
I'm glad that came across as funny to other people, because I listened to it back and I was like, I remember feeling the emotion that led to us laughing like this. I don't know if it reads at all.
I could tell it was unrehearsed.
It sounds like we're just losing our fucking minds.
My frenzy meter, my frenzy meter.
Anyway.
I'm gonna give her a 4 on the cute.
Really?
I could bump it up to a 5.
Pretty good. I could bump it.
I think there are people who are more, like, outgoing.
Yeah, see, 4 is reasonable because she's, like, reserved. And she's like, I'm plain.
We also, like, I think in giving these numbers, we also have to just generally be fair and consider, every single skin.
Do we?
We have to consider the
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Okay.
No.
All right. Never mind.
Those are not.
Only
Hana.
one of them is Hana.
I'm just saying that this is also a reasonable argument for 4 over 5.
Okay. Well, we'll go with 4 for the reason that I said.
Sure. I hope you're happy.
I am.
Okay, I'm glad. It makes me happy when you're happy.
Good. Appealing.
No.
I had a similar opinion.
I mean, I think she's a 2.
Yeah. I could push it to a 1, but I think 2 is right.
A 2 is higher than you think because it's a 0 index scale, remember?
Very true. 2 is kind of midway. Yeah.
If anything is evident by all of the attempts to make her more appealing,
it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's also, I think there's a perspective in which she's got one emote in which she's cute, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in none of her emotes she's appealing, because I think in all of her emotes she's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, and also the steamed up glasses thing is very, like, I don't know. It's so... There's a certain energy to it that I don't know if I can describe, but...
Yeah, and we talked last time that, like, I except in the case of Fuji, a low number is not worse than a high number.
No.
And I like giving her
Sure.
I like giving her a 1 appealing to acknowledge that in the best parts of her, which are I mean, also a lot of her other skins are not very appealing in a broader sense, but in the best parts of her, in like her best her best emotes, she's just kind of a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I can go with 1.
And a jerk with no face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got a 4 and a 1. Kinsey scale.
Yeah, see, here I have to give it up and defer to y'all.
My cishet mom doesn't feel like she can give this girl a Kinsey scale number.
What basis would you have? Please explain.
To give her a Kinsey scale number? What do you think we've been doing for the past several episodes of the podcast?
Yeah, actually, wait. I really genuinely want this answered. How do you think that we as queer people look at a person and assign them a Kinsey scale number as sort of half a joke? What do you think our process is?
Well, I've listened to your process, and I think you look at, like, what is their flirtation style like?
Mm-hmm.
Whose gaze are they trying to appeal to? These kinds of things. And how do you do that with this character? I'm not sure.
See,
that's very funny, because I think in my head the way that it works is that we have a vibe and then we justify it.
It is kind of like
you
that.
You do justify it that way. You justify Fuji by, like, talking about the maid outfit line, for example.
So, the voice lines for Hana, listen.
I'm listening. I'm here with you.
Okay. Well, great. So there's only a couple things that are in here that I would consider, like, tellingly flirtatious lines. Like, she's just a very passive kind of person, so it's hard to get a read. She's a couple of her bond up lines kind of get it. Will you always have your eyes on me? I recently have a feeling it's okay for others not to pay attention to me. Let's go together. Please take it. She's sort of like very much, I want to please other people, except that I haven't really, like, felt like I've been able to do that before, and so now someone's paying attention to me and I feel differently about it. And then there's one line that I think both me and Ivy latched onto that we're just not sure how to comprehend, which is Lobby Interactive Voice 2, which says, no, I'm not upset. It's just that not many people would treat me like this except her. I'm not used to this Japanese feeling, but I am still very happy. Who is her?
Oh, hang on. Okay. I'm looking at the Japanese translated line. And she says, again, this is through Google Translate, but she says, yeah, no, I'm not in trouble, but Nana-chan was the only person who treated me like this before. Well, I'm not used to it, but I'm happy.
So maybe she's talking about a family member.
Nana-chan. I mean, that's her. Yeah.
Or maybe she's talking about Nana Onodera.
So, no. Nana is a character. Nana is a character.
Yeah. I read this as
Nana is the sporty,
someone was nice
girl.
to me.
Okay.
Nana was nice to me.
I'm gonna link her in the chat.
She's
literally the next character over.
For real?
You can just tab over to the next character. I just scrolled up to the top of the page and saw Nana. And
oh my god.
She's the sporty girl. Yeah.
Yeah. So Nana is being nice
So-
to her.
And she's also 17.
Like you're being nice to her.
She's also 17.
And she's
Are
also
they dating?
a schoolgirl.
Uh-huh.
She's a class representative. And then... See, it's difficult because... I guess she also likes magazines. It's difficult because, Hana's, page has the events that she's in listed, but Nana's doesn't. Like the story dialogues that she's in. And I wish that, like, we could make more of a definite connection. But I guess,
Sure.
yeah, that's the best lead.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. So here's my take on that. That's
Okay.
interesting. My take on that is, in the Japanese translation, she's saying, the only person who's been nice to me and noticed me like you is Nana.
mhm.
She says
And-
that in the English official translation also. She says it's just that not many people would treat me
Right.
like this except her.
Right. And so I don't think that says anything about her Kinsey number.
It's about Nana's.
Exactly.
Now that's quite something.
Ivy will remember this.
I will also remember this.
I see now. I just really like now that I really like the narrative. That Hana is like mostly straight and is being hit on by Nana.
Yeah, it's
That's
I'm
funny
also
to me.
I'm here for a 1.
This is Yuri to me. Yeah, I'm here for a 1.
Yeah,
we vibed it out.
Yuri is Hana. I've never really thought about it before. Ninomiya, Hana. I'm straight, I guess. Ninomiya, who has suddenly been hit on by a woman, and is like,
I wish.
I have no context for this.
I wish that we weren't almost out of time, so that. Well, I mean, we can spend as long as we want.
True.
Here. I have a really great story about asking a straight girl out on a date.
How quick can you make it?
I was at an art conference. There was a woman who I did not interpret as a woman. I interpreted her as a femme. You know how this goes. And I sat down beside her, and we were talking about the art that we made for this like art show that we're both in. And we were talking, and we were really hitting it off. And I was like, "Do you want to go out for a drink with me?" And she said yes, very enthusiastically. And then we went out for a drink, and we were sitting down and having our drink, and so on and so forth, and chatting. And then I started like just talking about being a lesbian, about some life experience, and then she took a big pause, and she said, "Well, as someone who's poly," and then I was like, I've made a terrible mistake. But also, you just weren't picking up on it at all. It was fun. She was nice. It was just very funny. Anyway, that's these two.
Yeah. Okay. 1.
So 141. Nope.
411.
411.
Get the info.
401. What's the 411?
Get the info.
Great. I need to make this
That's a
into a
good
graphic, or I need to make Ash make it into a graphic.
Why?
I don't know. I'm tired.
It's because you think
I'm
it's funny to make me do labels.
I think it's funny to make you do things.
Yeah.
It's true. But I do a lot of. I edit the whole.
I know.
Anyway.
We appreciate you, Ivy.
I don't need to be appreciated. I just need graphics.
You just need me to post on the
I can't-
co-host more
I
than
can't
once
do
every
that.
2 weeks.
I just need pictures.
That's Ash's
women.
job.
All right, great. We need to finish. I'm falling asleep.
Let's go.
Okay.
Should we hit this random button?
Oh, yes, we should.
Oh boy.
Great. Fantastic.
You get to bear witness.
You get to bear witness.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Pax have the first reaction.
Okay, I'll stay
Okay,
silent.
I'm watching the stream. Hold on, I'm turning on the stream. Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Remember that you can't say who it is. That's part of the bit.
Got it.
But you can verify
so
as a third party that we actually do this randomly.
Here's
I'm hitting the random button.
Mm-hmm.
Bop. It's loading.
Oh my god!
You said you were gonna let Pax have the first
my God.
reaction.
Oh my god! Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm excited about this.
Are you?
Very
I'm not
excited.
sure that I am.
We're recording
Very
this episode a
excited
week
about
earlier than we usually do, so we won't talk about this character for another 3 weeks.
Yeah, we get to sit on this one for a
Oh,
while.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh man. Look at I
This is
could
amazing.
just click this button right
Nope.
here and
Nope.
change everything.
I know you want
I was
to.
here. I was here.
Oh right, Ash, and this is a tiny teaser for PAX also. When we get to this character, I actually have another bonus episode for us
Oh
to
my
do.
god.
But you
Hey.
you have no idea what that is.
I
and
have
can
no
do
idea what
not
that
think
is.
about it. Yeah, but that's a future character. This character we're talking about next week. I guess I won't say anything. It's complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 That's the episode. Hey, one thing I meant to do and want to not forget to do is, hey, go rate us. Listen, I know that you got an Apple TV account to watch Ted Lasso on a 30-day free trial. That means you have an Apple account, and you should go to Apple Podcasts and rate the podcast 5 stars. It would be very helpful. Or rate it on your podcast app of choice. Apple Podcasts is sort of the big one. Also, I was thinking today, and like we don't do any marketing or anything, it would be really cool if y'all, our beloved audience, would just go do some astroturfing for us. Just like go to like the Mahjong Soul Discord or subreddit and just be like, oh my god, did you guys hear the new Soulmates? And then everyone will be like, Soulmates? What's that? And you're like, oh, you haven't heard of it? It's this great new podcast, blah, 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 blah. Just do a little astroturfing for us, you know?
Please.
Tell your friends, but also just, exploit people's FOMO on our behalf.
I
That
could
would be
make
really
another
nice of you.
post in the Mahjong Soul Discord based on the mod mail that Ivy sent to the Mahjong Soul Discord about what our podcast counts as in terms of art. Or you could do it for me.
Yeah. I think you should probably put the Fuji episode in there because the Fuji episode is good and people like Fuji.
Fine.
But yeah. Making Ash do things. Look at how resentful they sound. Is it now you want, like, I'm craving this all the time.
I know.
This fine fills me up to the brim.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for being here, Pax.
Bye.
私を見てくれましたね。